Hello folks, welcome back to my channel on this lovely autumn afternoon. Those of you who've watched some of my camping videos will have noticed perhaps that I use Exped air mats. I like these because they're reasonably light, very comfortable and don't make a kind of rustly, crunchy sound at night. And to inflate it, rather than use my lungs and push in moist air into the inside of the mat, which isn't really a good idea, I use something called a Schnozzel. And a Schnozzel is basically like a dry bag with a nozzle on the end that you fill up with air and push the air from that dry bag into the mat. And this has inexplicably disappeared a couple of months ago and not reappeared again. So I was looking on the internet to see if I could buy another one, and the cheapest one I could find was around £40, which seemed to be unbelievably expensive. So I had a little look around, and I've noticed that there are a lot of little mini pumps that you can take backpacking now for blowing up airbeds. And one of these is made by Exped, and it's this thing here, and it's called the Exped Widget. And I thought I'd show you how I got on with my first attempt at using it a couple of nights ago. My name's John and I make videos on camping, walking and astronomy. If you like what you see in this video, then please check my channel out, as you may find others that interest you there. But in the meantime, let's crack on with this video. The widget comes in this box here, and in the box you get the widget itself, a little instruction book, and another box which has got a lead in it and a number of nozzles, the blue one of which is for the Exped mat and the other two fit other mats. On one side are a couple of ports protected by a little rubber protective gasket. This is the port that you use to charge the widget up, and this is an outlet port because the widget acts as a power bank, so you can charge your mobile phone up. This little cable here is the cable that's used to charge the widget up, so you connect this to your plug, say, that you use to charge your mobile phone up. Charging the device takes about 6 hours, and the reason for this is that the power bank inside the widget is quite a powerful one, 3600 milliamp hours. It also has a lamp of 100 lumens, and the pump output is 300 litres a minute, which is quite beefy. This side of the widget has two buttons protected by this rubbery seal. One side is the light and the other side is the on-off button for the pump. In order to operate the buttons, you have to press them twice. This is to prevent them from accidentally turning on when they're in your rucksack. So the light, 1, 2, and that's the brightest setting, 100 lumens. There's a medium setting and a low setting there, which is the one that I've found to be most suitable, and the widget will last on a full charge something like 72 hours on the low setting, and you press once more to turn it off. So this is the pump button here. You press it twice to turn it on and once to turn it off. If you press one long press, it starts in a quiet mode. And finally, there's this little hanging handle here for clipping onto like a mini carabiner to attach it to your tent or something. Yeah, so that's basically it. It does three things then. It's a power bank, it's a light, and it's a pump for pumping up your airbed. So in order to test the widget out, I went with Mrs. Camping Astronomer back to the Merrion Farm Nearly Wild campsite, about half an hour away from us, with the view to having a nice fire, because that's allowed there, toasting some marshmallows and getting a little bit of testing done. So to make this work, we take the Exped adapter nozzle and fit that to the outlet of the pump, and it pushes in and you twist it into place. So we make sure the deflate valve here is closed and the inflate one is open, and then click the Exped into place. And now we just need to press the fan button, and it needs 2 presses. That's to stop it from accidentally inflating when the thing's in your bag. And that's basically it. So we now pull the pump out and close the nozzle. So that's a fairly standard Exped Sinmat Basic 7.5. And the other mat's a Exped Sinmat UL7, so it's a very similar mat, just a bit lighter. And this is all real time here, so you can see how quickly the mat gets filled up. We were in a new tent, a Torridon 300. Some of you will know that one of my favourite tents is the Torridon 200 tent, which I use just when I'm on my own. So the Torridon 300 is a 3-person version of the same thing. Goes up in exactly the same way. It's got an exoskeleton type pole structure, loads of room inside, and I can put it up myself just on my own dead easily in 5 minutes. Here I've hung the widget up in the tent, got it on light mode with the light on the lowest setting, and that's perfectly good enough for being able to see everything. And the light will last for 72 hours on this setting. Time to toast some marshmallows then. The caramelised taste on the toasted marshmallows was absolutely delicious. I can't believe I've never done this before. So, having had a very pleasant night out, despite having to fight off hundreds of daddy longlegs because we were filming at peak daddy longleg season, it was time to settle down on what my thoughts were on the widget. On the plus side, the widget pumped my mat up in about 30 seconds, which was amazing, so I was really pleased with that. The power pack is 3,600 milliamp hours, which will fully charge my phone if needs be. And the light lasts 72 hours on the lowest setting, which is perfectly adequate. So it's a really quite a powerful piece of kit really. On the downside, it takes 6 hours to charge up fully, but most of the reason for that is because it's got such a powerful power pack inside it. It would have been nice if the pump had a reverse mode where it would basically deflate your bed. Some of those on the market do that. It's not a deal breaker for me, but it's something that would have been nice. The only major hiccup that I had with it was to do with charging it up, funnily enough. When I first put the lead in, it didn't appear to be charging. What's supposed to happen is lights come on when the device is connected to the power supply and it's charging. When the widget's charging, this red light comes on, and as I say, it takes about 6 hours to charge. Once it's fully charged, the light turns to green. So I had the issue that when I plugged the lead in, I didn't actually get any light come on at all. And in the end I decided that it was this connector here that was slightly off centre in its hole that was preventing me from fully being able to push my charging lead in. The little rubber protective cover over these two terminals also interfered slightly with my connection, so in the end I removed that, made sure I pushed the connection lead right in really tight, and then I got the lights to come on, and it all charged up fine after that. Yeah, so there we go. So overall I was quite pleased with the widget. Cost about, I think, £33 or £34 on Amazon. Seems to be about midway in the cost range. The cheapest ones are around £20, and I saw some for 40 something or £50 even. So yeah, it sits more or less in the middle. Its primary job for me is to blow up air mats, and that's fantastic compared to when I went away with Mrs. Camping Astronomer and Miss Camping Astronomer and ended up having to blow 3 mats up manually that half killed me. Yeah, this was absolute bliss. So I'm dead chuffed with that overall. Few little teething problems with the charging, which is a bit disappointing, to be honest, given that, you know, Exped's a premium brand. But yeah, well, once you know what to look for, hopefully that won't be a problem so much for you. But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting out wild camping again now. I want to do a wet camp in the MSR Elixir 1 just to see how it holds up to the rain. So with a bit of luck, that'll be my next trip. Got an astronomy video coming up next time round. So yeah, I look forward to seeing you again. Take care, everyone.